Hey everyone, my name is Artindi, and this is Devlog number 12. Sadly, when I watch other people's devlogs, frequently, not all the time, but frequently I get bored because they don't jump right into the new content. So let's just go right into the new content. So first thing I did, I finished making that huge, gigantic background, and I'm glad I did because it looks amazing. It was really cool. However, we want all the surfaces that the player can stand on to be white, so it's clear to the player where they can and can't stand. And this white background was kind of throwing that off. And so I had to tone it back a little bit. I turned it a little bit more gray, and I think it works a little bit better. And we have some white lights that go on there, which are the other thing that I did. I had a white light that was, or just a light that was a little bit different. It was a sprite that was really grainy, and I didn't like it. So I made it a larger sprite in Aseprite, and it looked so cool. It changed the whole feel of the game. And so we're going to have to play with that a little bit more, but probably, adjust things here and there so we can get it feeling just right, color and variation as well, because a lot of people early were saying that it looks super gray. So yeah, we're going to be adding a bit more light potentially through this way. Been working with the co-author, who is yet to be named, to come up with a kind of a hub area, and this is what we have so far. We're probably going to put some more work into it, adjust it a little bit. I started just straight up open world and it felt like too much. So I changed it to this after some tutorial levels. This is where you'll end up. It's clear where you need to go. And up here you can spend some time with NPCs, learn a bit of backstory and other things like that. In the next room is a big, larger room. And in this room, there's going to be 5 doors that will take us to different zones. And there'll be about 5 different zones throughout the game. And that's how the game will be split up. At the end of each zone, you'll acquire a new ability that will allow you to get to the next zone. So it'll be linear in that way, but there will be open world elements in the zones, and potentially the zones will connect to one another. By doing that, each of these abilities will have to tie very closely into the cloning mechanic. And we've come up with a few, and we want it to fit really well. That's in the works. We're still thinking about that, still working on that. So we had that door that would transfer you to another level. We made another door that would transfer you to just a different place in the same level, kind of like this elevator thing. And when I made that, I realized that I could put all the levels in a zone into just one scene. So we could have an entire zone be in one scene. We might break it up into more, but having it that way, we could still have that goal of being able to transfer your consciousness back to wherever you've left clones in past levels. And this way, if you die in later levels, then you'll still be able to go back to any point in past levels where you've decided to save your game by leaving a clone. This is going to be amazing. We just have to have them far enough apart so we can add a distance parameter to make it so you can still have 5 clones per level, and we don't want the consciousness traveling through this big open space and revealing that, hey, all the levels are actually in one scene. Speaking of levels, we're going to need playtesters. I'm working on a Discord right now. I've never made a Discord, so it's kind of a little bit hard, but when I get that made, everybody will be invited, and people who come will be able to have the opportunity, as soon as we get to that point, to playtest levels, give us some feedback so we can make sure that the puzzles are difficult, but still learnable and doable. Besides that, the other thing that I added, which I don't think I mentioned last devlog, is the coyote hang time. That's where you can step off a ledge for just a little bit, but still be able to jump. If you've never heard of that, it's really nice because it improves the responsiveness to the player, because then they're still jumping even though they're technically off the platform. And same thing, if you hit the jump button a pixel, just a little bit before you hit the ground, you can still jump. I added just a thing that would remember that you have hit the button within a certain amount of time before hitting the ground. Besides that, I don't think we've added really too much else. We've just been working on some level design, trying to get it right, trying to get everything accurate. If you have any suggestions for anything that we're doing, or suggestions for levels, or whatever it is, let us know. I do read all the comments. Maybe I don't respond to all of them, but I do read them all, and I appreciate it wholly. Like everything that you guys say, it's so supportive. This community is amazing. This is such a fun thing to do. But yeah, leave a comment, let us know how you feel, and if you made it this far through the video, thanks for watching all the way to here. Thank you so much, and have a good one. I'll see you next devlog.